Yeah, look, I mean, they're a smart team, and they can look at a video with their breakdowns and all the areas that we didn't do so well against Washington, and prepare for today. And we've still got some things we need to keep getting better at. But Stewie, once she was, you know, we have Breanna Stewart, and they don't. I suppose that's how it comes down to. Yeah, she's pretty special tonight. But I thought, just having Sluty, we slowed down our speed. We got defense was way better. And we just created a lot of really good flow. We've got some of the best two facilitators in the game on our team, and Sabrina and Sloot. And I thought, they really played well today. So happy for them. Now we just got to keep growing. We've got a really good week coming up. Yeah, I just tell them we still have room to work on. We scored 5 points in the fourth quarter. I know we went to the bench, but we still need to execute with the players. If our depth's going to be there, we need to be better at finishing off games in that way. But look, we're still not where we need to be. We know that. And Indiana's a younger team. Let's see how we go against the veteran teams and taking us out. So, but yeah, we took a lot of positive steps forward. And that's, for me, me, I don't get too high, too low. I'm excited. I'm proud of them, how they responded. But it's game 2. Come on. That's why I didn't, after losing the first game, yeah, okay. Not surprised we lost to a team that had better chemistry than us. We're still growing, and we still need time.
Sandy, congrats on the win. First thing is, I noticed in the first half that Kelsey Mitchell had 0 points and very limited shots. I'm curious what you thought worked defensively, especially on the perimeter, to hold her.
Yeah, a lot of great things, really. I mean, she was obviously one of the players we really spoke about, and how we're going to defend her and all the action. We just showed her a crowd. We played in her space. We switched. We stayed in pick and rolls. We were more aggressive. She missed some shots. We gave her some open ones in the second half, but for the most part, I thought we defended her quite well, because that's an all-star. She's a really talented player, and it wasn't just one person. It was our whole team trying to stop her.
And also, we talk about this team's depth and how it's part of its strength. And I'm just curious, what will be the process as you move through the season to try to put players like Han and Jocelyn in situations where there's time for them to adjust to the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I'm not going to go play 11 players. Sorry. You may want me to. But right now I want to get chemistry with the main rotations there. And Joss and Han, that's their role at the moment, to come in and make sure, be ready to play. And it just takes time. And I know it's hard when you got to sit for so long and then play them. Our depth, but we still have Marine and Nyara to come too. So we got a lot of depth. I've got to make some decisions who I'm going to play, and some players won't play. That's just how it is, because I'm not going to play 11.
Are you so locked in on the game that you're at all even able to kind of feel the crowd noise and energy? And if you are, in any sense, did you notice today it just being a little bit heightened and more excited?
Yeah, look, I suppose when I'm in the game, I don't hear the crowd that much. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. But I thought it got pretty loud there at times. I think when Stewie started making all these shots, and, that's greatness. This is at our home court. So that was pretty special. And that's what we want. We want to generate more talk about this team, and it's early days, but we hope, enjoy everyone. I always say anyone comes to a game, they're going to enjoy it, because I think it's, it's the best players in the world here, and now we think we have a pretty special team that can, hopefully play like that more often than not.
Hey, Sandy, congrats on the win today. There was a strong effort on the defensive end from start to finish, holding Indiana to just 36% shooting as a team. And when you got off to such a hot start, how important was it to not just get into an up and down, run back and forth, but to keep your defensive principles and build that lead up?
Yeah, look, really proud for that. I think that's a focus for us. We've got non-negotiables. I thought we played with more urgency. I think we played with more toughness and executed the game plan that we had set ourselves out to play. And that takes 5 players committed. And I thought we did that. We had great activity. We could be aggressive. This one was pretty good at both ends of the floor. But we, attention to detail. We know we got to get better. We weren't great in the first game. We know we had to get better, and I thought we stayed in plays better. We executed the scout as well as we could, and we had some breakdowns, but we still were able to cover behind the ball. But there's still areas we know we need to keep getting better at.
Although Sabrina wasn't super aggressive tonight, however, she found ways to still be effective by getting 8 boards and assists as well. You know, how important is that she finds a way to be effective in the game, even if she's not scoring?
Yeah, look, she can do a lot of things. I thought her defense was really good, and that's what we challenged her to do better, and she almost had a triple-double. That's pretty special because any given night, someone else, Stewie had 45 today, that could be Sabrina next game. And I think that's the luxury that we have. It's just making sure we're taking great shots every single possessions, and Stewie was on fire tonight. So, hey, let's find the hot hand. That's just reading how they're defending us. And Sabrina's one of the smartest players I know, and I think she facilitated extremely well, and she's going to get her shots. She's going to get her nights where she scores more points than, giving out assists, but she's great at that, and, helps Stewie get some open looks to get it off. And, it's a team effort, it always will be.
There's one more in the room for Coach from PP.
Hey, Coach. Like Miles said, the defense really did work out for you guys. But one thing that worked out for Indiana's favor was Leah Boston. She really showed some good footwork, took it to Jonko on a couple possessions, and got to the free throw line. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on her play. It looked like you guys also started swarming her, too, in the second half.
Yeah, no, look, I thought both their post players provided us with a little bit of difficulty there, and we were taking control of Kelsey Mitchell, but they were pounding it inside, and I was impressed with Boston. I think she's a really strong body. She finished really well at the rim. So she was a handful for us, and I wanted to try and bring some more traps, but she still found way. I know they kicked it out on one of the trap and got a wide open 3, so she's going to keep getting better and better with the more experience she gets. And I know Smith probably didn't have a great game in the first game. She responded in the right way, and she was a handful, from the perimeter and hitting the offensive board. So, that's it. So they're young, and they're going to keep getting better and better.
Hi. Sandy, there was a point in the second where Indiana got it down to about, I want to say 17, and then you guys went on a quick spurt to get it right back to 25 before halftime. Just how important is it for the group when they have a team on the ropes, just sort of like keep them down there and not allow them to sort of get back in and develop that momentum post-halftime?
Yeah, no, it was really important. Flow. When you got an early lead, that's when complacency can sneak in, and that's what we focused on. This is all about what we're doing. Let's execute the scout to the best of our ability and get it back. So it's just more mindset, really, defensively. Now, in the start of the third, I didn't think we were great coming out of the locker room. They got way more aggressive. They got really easy baskets in transition. So, took that quick time out, but then, the flow changed a little bit. We just focused on that. We can't relax. You're not in this league. There's too many great players. Even you're up by 20, it doesn't matter. So I thought we handled that. We didn't come out well, but we handled it, and we were able to make adjustments quickly and then get back that lead. So, obviously we could go to the bench in that fourth quarter.
What did it mean to you to break the Liberty scoring record here? It's stood since 2010, and why did things just really go so well today?
Well, I didn't know I broke really any record. I looked up at the scoreboard one time, and then I saw I had 37, and I was like, I don't even know what just happened. But I wanted to be aggressive. I think that, there was many different things that you could kind of dissect from last game, the way that we can continue to get better, the way we can score better, play deep, literally do everything better, and wanted to come out and set the tone and just be confident. And, when you get in those moments, it just feels like everything is going in.
Thank you. Breanna, congratulations on the win today. You're one of the last people in the world who need to make a first impression on people, considering what you've built so far. But how important was it for you, and the rest of the team for that matter, to play like this in your Brooklyn debut in front of one of the biggest crowds they've had here for a women's basketball game?
Yeah. It was really important to play like this in my debut because I want people to be here, and I want them to come back, and I want more. I want more of everything. And yeah, it sounds selfish, but as a women's basketball player, as a female athlete, we need to continue to kind of get recognized for more in a lot of different ways, and media coverage and in fans and eyes and viewership. So to be able to make hopefully I made a few first impressions on some people, and I hope they come back and they come back with more.
Next we'll go to Zoom with Howard.
Stewie, congratulations on the win and the performance. I'm just curious, when you have moments like this, when you have these periods, not obviously far from the first time in your career, where you're in a different zone, where do you go to mentally? Can you feel it coming on? Just kind of take me through what that is like to be inside your head when that happens.
I mean, I think in the first quarter, I was thinking that everything looked good. Everything felt good. Being able to kind of get some shots inside, opened up outside, and just knowing that everything I did is kind of falling back to this. And like I said, it just feels like every time I shoot it, I'm going to make it. And it's that confidence and wanting to make an impact.
And just related to that, you I know years ago, was still at UConn, talked about that every day you feel like you're chasing perfection. On days like this, do you feel like you're getting as close to it as it is possible to get?
Oh my God. I don't know. I think that, there's probably some things that I could have done better. But I feel like on days like today, you just have to really appreciate it, enjoy it. First and foremost, be happy that we won, because if I had 45 and we lost, then it would suck, it wouldn't make any difference. But knowing that everything was in a positive way, and I'm sure there's things that we can nitpick about, just the overall game itself, but I feel like moments like this, you just have to enjoy it. I mean, the crowd out there was crazy, the way that they were cheering after the game, during the whole game. Like I said, that's what we want. That's what we want our standard to be.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, Stewie. I just want to know, when you woke up this morning, what were you thinking about, and what did you manifest about today and what it could be?
When I woke up this morning, it was 6 o'clock, and my daughter was screaming. And I was like, she doesn't care that I have a game. So that's what I thought. And then just making sure that I was ready. I think that, having your first game be a loss is, there's no reason to panic. There's a lot that we can continue to get better on and build on. But making sure that the way that I come out and I continue to prepare myself and I try to lead this team is what's most important. And, sometimes that's being aggressive, setting the tone, and throwing the first punch and the second and the third, and then everybody else is like, yeah, this is what we do. And that's the mindset that we should have anywhere we go, is this is what we do. And now they have to defend us.
And I'm just curious what your expectations for the first game at Barclays were, and how did the result, just the vibe in the arena, compare to those expectations? And I also want to know about the family that was here to come and support you. Who was here?
I don't know. I knew from the beginning, ever since free agency really happened, and I knew I was going to be in New York, that I heard the ticket sales have been great. People are showing up, and especially home opener, Sunday afternoon, of course people are going to come. So to kind of see that, to feel that, it gives you goosebumps. When you watch the warm-up video, you get goosebumps. When you start making these shots like that, you get goosebumps. But it felt amazing, and I don't remember the second question.
Family.
Yeah, no, my family was here. Marta was here, Ruby was here, my grandparents were here, some of my best friends were here. I think that it's nice to be home. Yes, I'm from Syracuse, which is upstate, but lot of connections here throughout high school, college. So I'm happy to be back.
In the back. Salute talked about pregame when she entered the arena today, not really knowing where she was going or feeling a little lost in the underbelly. Just following up on Jackie's questions, how did you feel when you walked into the arena? Did you get lost as well?
Like when I was going onto the court?
Just like walking, around the tunnels here, knowing where
She took the long
go.
way to get here.
Yeah. Well, I saw someone going like the long way, and I saw the court to my right, so I just went. I'm like, I feel like there's no rules on how you get to the court. But yeah, it's a first. It's a first for us. I've never been the home team here, and just realizing all that comes with that, all the amazing extra things, and taking advantage of it. And yeah, it's weird. It's weird to say it was my first time, but yeah, it was.
And is 45 points, is that, your career? I know it's your WNBA career high. Is that your college, high school? I think it might be. Have you gotten a 45?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For sure, career high for college. And probably high school too. I don't know.
You don't remember if you got more than
Scored a lot
45
of
in high
points.
school?
How can she remember?
Stewie, during your introductory press conference, you kind of touch on Sue retiring being part of the division, your decision. What does it mean to come back here, come home, so to speak, and have a performance like this to kind of the start of your legacy here in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I think I said it on the court was, you couldn't ask for it to be any better, and just the support and outcome. Yes, the 45 points is great, but if I didn't score 45 points and we still had the win and the same fan engagement, that's what we want, and that's what shows that I made the right decision in coming here. And we're here to win, obviously, but we're here to also push the needle in many ways that the WNBA needs, that women's sports need. So we have a lot of work to do, but it's a challenge, and we're embracing it.
Thank you.
Hey, Stewie, you were locked in from tip today, and we're hit that third quarter, though, and you start hitting difficult shot after difficult shot, and the crowd is building with each time down. How does that build into a heat check shot like that deep three that you took for your last make today?
Definitely builds into that. No, you just, like I said, you get to these moments where you just think it's going in. You think everything's going in. So if I feel that they're off even just a little bit, I was going to shoot it. I knew I was going to shoot it as I was just running down the floor.
Me too.
Thanks. Jonathan Tannenwald, the Philadelphia Inquirer, to both players. Even though, Stu, you obviously had this huge scoring explosion tonight, in a way, did tonight feel a little more balanced because of all the assists and the way you guys were able to move the ball around?
Absolutely. I'd say everyone that's here is here for a reason, and we all want to play and help one another be the best that we can be. And when we're able to get stops like that on the defensive end and run in transition, we know that we're, if not the best offensive team in the league, and we understand that we can score from all positions everywhere on the floor, and it started with our defense tonight. And when Stewie's shooting like that, it opens up the floor for everyone, as well as herself. And so it's something we're going to continue to build on. And something that we've talked about is this is a standard now. We know that we're capable of playing like this, and we're holding ourselves to this standard every single night, and we're going to continue to get better because this wasn't our best basketball, and we know that. And so continuing to improve on that every single game is going to make us a really, really tough team to beat.
This is sort of a two-part question. Sandy, I want to start with you. For the past 5 years, your teams have ranked dead last in the W in transition rate. The past couple of games, even when jump shots weren't falling in Washington, you guys were still getting wide open looks, pushing the pace, especially in the half court. What about this team, this unit, the players you're working with, changes your approach to that?
I think it starts with, we have Courtney Vandersloot that really can push the ball down. We've got a really mobile big that can get down the floor, and we got Sabrina, we got playmakers. So I think if we can get stops, we want to play in that early transition phase. But playing at two speeds, I thought we played too quick against Washington. So there's a time and a place for everything about your opponent, who you're playing, especially if you're missing. But I just thought we generated a lot of easy stuff today. And for me as a coach, I try and play to the ability of my players. In Phoenix, I probably wasn't as fast because I had a player named Breanna. I had to play 40 minutes, so I didn't want to kill her all the time, and so I slowed it down a little bit. But there's a time, we want to run where we can, but making sure we're taking great shots every single possession as well too. And I've got some special players, so they make it easy.
Thanks. And then Stewie, just sort of going off of that. Obviously in Seattle, you guys were very deliberate about trying to push the pace and transition, get to two-side actions. What is it here that you are building chemistry on, already getting such quick ball swings and ball screens set up as soon as you're switching sides?
I think the biggest thing that we're building quickly is just kind of the being comfortable with one another, trying to figure out where people want to be, what spots they're in, and also realizing, the players that are on the court, if we space it, you have to give up something, especially when all five can shoot. So making sure that we space the court well, that if we don't have something, we don't need to force it, because look who we have on the backside. And having that mindset to just continue to keep playing until we find something that we love.
For Stewie, I'm just curious what you had for breakfast today.
Me too. For breakfast, I had toast, 2 toasts with cream cheese on it, omelet with cheese, bacon, like potatoes, like roasted, I don't know, breakfast potatoes. What else I had? Fruit, because Marta always wants fruit, and orange juice.
Okay, thank you, because that's what I'm having before every game I have from now on.
Yeah, me too. Can you make me that?
Come over.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over next game.
Okay, so you said after the game that you thought you'd made the right decision.
Yeah.
So after having a performance like this in New York, in front of a lot of your family, in your Rubies, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I think that obviously, selfishly, this is the best, the way things could go as myself, as just an individual player. But that everything worked out exactly the way I wanted it. We won, playing well, amazing fans, my grandparents being here, Martin, Ruby, because this is an experience for all of us. And I want everybody to make sure that, they enjoy it. And our cross-country move was definitely worth it. But at the same time, it's new, so it's a little bit difficult, but we're happy to be here, and I'm just happy to kind of be a part of this organization and have my family be here as well.
Perfect. Thank you all for joining us.
Appreciate it.